Supplements are almost a $200 billion a year industry, and it's expected to keep growing. But not all supplements are what they seem to be. We are joined by Allison Mills, a chemist and a beauty and nutritional expert, to tell us about the good, the bad, the possibly unsafe in this industry. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, thank you so much for being here this morning. I think we're all familiar with those aisles in the pharmacy of supplements.
Yep.
It feels like people are living longer. You know, a lot of people are doing just fine health-wise. Why should we take supplements?
That's a great question. You're right. You know, people are living longer. We're more health conscious. And so to have a better quality of life, we take supplements. They actually help us just live the best life that we can. So
could you get those things from somewhere else? Like, for example, I think of vitamin D. A lot of women are deficient in vitamin D, and they take these supplements, and it helps them a lot.
True, yeah.
Could you not just go outside a little bit more?
We could, but it's more lifestyle, right?
Okay.
So whether we're working, we're busy moms, so it's really hard for us to get outside. It's really hard for us to get, a good diet, right? So what do? An easy, effective, and convenient way is to just take a supplement.
So you can buy these supplements at the grocery store. When you go, obviously they've got the name brands, they've got the off brands.
Yes.
Is there any regulation around these? Like, should you be concerned that you might be just buying something fake?
Well, first things first, I always recommend you're going to go to a trusted retailer. So like you said, you can go to Walgreens, CVS.
Okay.
They're actually going to have, testing in place to make sure that these companies are actually doing what they're supposed to.
I didn't realize that.
Yes,
Okay.
for sure. So I say always go to a trusted retailer first. In terms of branded versus generic, I would say that both of the supplements are going to do the same thing, but I like to equate it to maybe like Advil versus just your regular ibuprofen. Advil has like that sweet candy coating on it, so it just makes it way easier for you to take it versus taking maybe just a regular generic where it's just like, oh, you're struggling to take it. So that's really kind of the difference between branded and generic.
Okay, as far as how much to take, can you take too much of a supplement?
You actually can take too much of a supplement, and it all depends on the type. So whether it's vitamin A, vitamin D, which is a fat-soluble vitamin, versus like vitamin C or your vitamin Bs, which are going to just flush out. It's kind of like whenever you drink water.
Hard to take too much of those.
Correct. But again, those fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin D, you can take too much of those.
So before taking those, even though they're available, in the aisle of the pharmacy, before you take those, you should maybe consult with your doctor or pharmacist.
Exactly. You are actually going to talk to your doctor. They are going to have the appropriate test performed. That's going to let you know, hey, this is where we're a little short, a little deficit. They're going to give you that magic number. So if it is vitamin D, for instance, they're going to say, I want you to start taking maybe 500 micrograms a day. So when you go to the grocery store, you know exactly where you need to go and where you need to start.
So don't just hear that your friends said something's good
exactly.
and go start taking something crazy. We talked about name brand versus off brand. Is it kind of the same answer if you're talking about a $40 bottle of something versus a $10 bottle? Is it just that name brand difference, or are you actually getting something better if you pay more money?
It could be. So that's why I say, like, it's really important to do your research on the brand itself. A lot of brands will actually take the time to do clinical studies, right?
Okay.
And so when they do these clinical studies, they're actually saying, hey, we've tested it and we know that it's effective. So in those regards, I would definitely pay up.
Okay. And as far as doing your research, you hear people kind of throw that out there. And for some, doing the research means looking at a video on TikTok. That's not what you mean, though.
No, that's not what I mean. I want you to definitely, go to social media, TikTok, if that's where you want to go, but go a little deeper, right? So you want to check out the FDA's website, see if there are any product recalls for that particular brand. I say make sure that they have a website. Do you know how long they've been in business?
Sure.
Is there a customer support number? So in the event that you may have an adverse event or you have questions on how to take it, who do you call? So there are definitely things that you can do to make sure that that company is legit.
All right. Allison, thank you so much. I really appreciate you joining us this morning. Lots of good information. Be careful with those supplements. Look a little bit deeper before you're just taking anything you find at the pharmacy.